Hey guys, this is going to be a review of 2 episodes of Rain, Chosen and Left Behind. I am behind on Rain reviews. I think Chosen aired like 2 weeks ago, and then Left Behind only aired last Thursday, but there was no episode on Thanksgiving, so that helped because I have less to get behind. But I'm going to do this for 2 episodes so I can get caught up, and then next week is actually the mid-season finale, so then I have a break there. I do think it's interesting that Diane used to be a pagan and now she's hiding it from the king in order to be safe and everything. It explains why Sebastian knew that the language and everything, but I'm really confused as to why, if she's so scared about the king and everyone finding out that they were pagan, I don't understand why she taught Sebastian pagan language and just stuff about it in general, because the best way to keep him safe, like if she's really worried about that, would be to have not taught him it at all, and like not even tell him that she had been pagan and he could just like grow up oblivious and be safer. But I mean, I understand teaching your child your religion because you're proud of your religion or because you think it's important, but she doesn't seem to feel that way. She just seems to feel as if it's dangerous and they need to distance themselves from paganism as much as possible, which is why I don't really understand why she even taught Sebastian about paganism in the first place. But at any rate, it makes an interesting storyline. Every time they talk about Kenna and Henry, I just cringe a little. I do not like that storyline. It's very obvious that she's going to get hurt. Like now she thinks that Diane's out of the picture, when in reality she isn't. And just, I don't know, I just really hate it. I can't figure out, like, Henry strikes me as probably the worst character on the show. I mean, completely honestly, he does worse than the queen, because he just kind of acts outwardly nice, but then he does things like that and just kind of lies to people, and I just don't like him at all. I don't like his character, I don't like him, and I don't like the situation with him and Kenna at all, because I feel as if it's going to end really, really badly. And I just want to say that it is strangely easy to take an entire castle hostage. I mean, I know that the king and all of his soldiers were off doing whatever, I can't even remember what they went to do, but you still would think that there would be enough security at the castle that it wasn't quite that easy. And they also mentioned that this guy who came is like almost nothing, like he doesn't have much. They call him like a minor family or something, so like he doesn't have that much, but he's able to take the castle of the King of France that easily. It's kind of weird. Clarissa came back in that episode. I don't think we'd seen her since she was hiding under the bed. I can't remember how many episodes ago that was now, but that extremely creepy scene that never like came back after that. But I think this was the first time she was even mentioned since then. I cannot understand why they put Olivia at the passageway to let them through, because why would you trust her? Like she clearly made it clear that, she was very obvious about the fact that she didn't want to be there, and they're talking about how she wouldn't be missed, which is true, but you can send her through, but like there's so many servants in that castle. You can't tell me there isn't. That there can't be at least one servant that you could go send to stand there and they wouldn't notice. Like there's no way they would just notice one random missing servant, and the servant I feel would be a lot more likely to actually let you through, as opposed to Olivia, who did not want to be there and was very angry about everything. So I understand that it helps the story, but she would not be the person that I would choose to put there. That poisoned money was excellent, like an excellent plan, and I mentioned this in one of my past reviews and then I cut it out because the review is insanely long. This one might be too, but I don't care, I'm saying it again. Catherine is like my favorite character. I love her, and I mean, she's a horrible person in some ways, but she's just such like a fascinating character, and she's so smart and always knows what she's doing. And I said this before, but like I said, I think I've cut it out. She is like doing everything she can to have as much power as she can in her own life, which was really hard for women to do back then, but she's like trying really hard. And now in this episode we learn her story and what happened to her, which is incredibly sad. And I honestly don't blame her for kind of becoming how she is now. But like, just, she's an excellent character, and everything she does is so like calculated and smart, and especially the poison money thing. Like, who would have thought to poison money and give it to people? That was just brilliant, and she saved the entire day. And I honestly don't think she's as cruel and evil as she likes to come across. I think she likes to come across as a tough person because, I mean, we learned some of her past, but she's not really that bad, and I really do think that she cares about Mary at some level. And I just think that she is like a fascinating character. And then we find out that Diane is behind the castle getting sieged, and I'm honestly not surprised about that. I don't like Diane. I just, like, I understand, I don't hate her because I understand the position she's in and how she's probably really frightened about the king's death or falling out of the king's favor. So she's trying to secure her place, and I have respect for that to a certain degree, but I also really don't like how she's going against Sebastian. I feel as if Sebastian's going a much smarter route, because Sebastian's trying to be close to his brother so that his brother won't, like, his brother will like him and everything, and Diane's kind of going the more far-fetched, harder to actually achieve route that has a lot bigger chances of backfiring, and I feel as if Sebastian's being the smarter one here. And I just hope that if Diane does something and gets found out and gets punished, that Sebastian doesn't get pulled in with her, even if he had nothing to do with it. So I'm really worried about that, but it'll be interesting to see if they ever, like, if she keeps on doing things like this and then eventually gets caught. But I will see you guys later. Bye.